Hello everyone and welcome to episode 29 of the Skyrim Let's Play series. Last episode we finished up the first quest of Dawnguard, or we started up Dawnguard. I don't know why I started with finished there. And here we are. Now a few things between last episode. I don't know how visible it is, but I found a mod that improves my FPS in this game drastically, and it is so nice. You never realize like how low an FPS is until you get a mod that improves it. I think this was especially true for like Fallout 4. There's a Fallout 4 mod that like uncaps the FPS and then like fixes the physics so that it doesn't mess that up. Because if you didn't know, in Bethesda games, the physics are tied to the FPS, so if you go above a 60, the physics will start messing up. Well, there's mod that kind of uncaps the FPS or caps it to like 240 instead and then makes the physics still work. Honestly, this is kind of the same thing I have right now. But here we are. Another thing I did between episodes, I don't know how noticeable it is. We'll see. Give me this Master Vampire. Yeah, I don't know how noticeable it is, but I did install a mod that made it so that Dawnbreaker doesn't have that very dramatic light on it anymore. You can see when I equip and unequip it, it doesn't, you know, make a really disturbingly bright light. There's something happening here. Hello, Isran.
It was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for openly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses.
Okay, well, he didn't.
I don't suppose you have some good news.
There it is. I have news, but I wouldn't call it good.
Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know.
So basically, the vampires were looking for a woman that was trapped in Dim Hollow.
Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she?
She wanted to go home, so I took her to her castle.
I'm waiting to hear what any of this means.
They also have an Elder Scroll.
They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll?
Never really got the chance.
I suppose you're lucky you're not dead. Or worse, one of them.
Exactly.
By the divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle.
We have to do something.
Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance.
Where can I find the people we need?
Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach, convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet.
She'll help us?
Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan.
Alright, man, can I just
Watch your
say,
back.
I like Isran's voice a lot. Isran has this very, like, yes, he's over here, go get him kind of voice. Like the deep, rumbly kind of voice, you know? And I do quite like that. I also like how he was like, I'm old, not stupid, but, you know, he doesn't look that old. And I think I might have a mod that makes him look even slightly younger. But even if you disregard that, I've always thought that. Like, I feel like he doesn't look that old. Alright, let's go over here. It should be to this one. And recruit Gunmar. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play Skyrim without this mod again. I don't know how much is visible in the video. It probably isn't that much visible. because videos are capped to 60 FPS anyway. The only thing I could think that potentially might be different would just be that it looks like ever so slightly smoother, but to me it makes the world of difference because I have a 170 hertz monitor, so I can actually see every frame, you know, in between here, and it's really good compared to what it was before. Hello,
Mind
Gunmar.
yourself. There's a vicious bear on the loose. You there! Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims.
Isran needs your help.
Ithron needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with?
We're up against vampires.
Vampires? Well, that might change things. Tell me more about what's going on.
We're not sure, but they have an Elder Scroll.
By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me.
Help Gunmar defeat the bear. I don't think I really need his help, to be honest. I'm pretty positive I can just run in here. Okay, wait. These are not bears. Distinctly does not look... Okay, yeah. But these are not bears. There's a button here. Oh my god, wait, this is AE content, I think. Did this mess up because it's not supposed to be here? I don't really know. Oh. Guys, get off the table. That's very, very rude of you. Alright, let's loot them, take their stuff. I don't think there's really anything in here. Oh, hello. Stop. Okay, yeah. See, I don't want to go over there because it'll start the quest. But that spider in that cage right there is part of the Pets of Skyrim quest from AE that I very, very vaguely remember doing. Because I did an AE playthrough, obviously, the first time it came out. If I remember exactly what I did, I believe that I got all of the pets that you can get, and then I also got the, I want to call it Dunbarrow Cove, but I'm pretty sure that's the boat in Oblivion. There's a boathouse that you can get, and if I remember correctly, I sent all of my many pets to the boathouse, and then never talked to them again. I might have also sent my children there, I don't remember. It's been too long. Oh. See, I don't want to fight this giant, disgusting spider. Okay, well, it's pointing me over here. So, maybe there's a bear somewhere in here? Oh, there's a bear. Stop it. Yeah, so in case you're curious, by the way, for Dawnbreaker, it's almost identical to what it was before. The only difference, I think, is that the other one had 20 sun damage, and then targets took triple damage. This one is just double damage. So, it's basically the same thing. I don't think I need more of this. Oh, hey, Gunmar, how'd you get over here?
Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Ithran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's Beacon, I assume.
Yes, he said to meet him at Fort Dawnguard.
Of course he did. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there.
Alright. Well, there's Gunmar down. Okay, this isn't the place that I thought it was, I guess. I don't know. I thought that this was where you got, How do I get out of here? Go up? Yeah, okay. I thought this is where you got... What's it called? Why can't I remember it? The Ice Blade of the Monarch? I thought that was here. But I guess that's not here? I must just be mixing up, like, 2 AE quests. I actually tend to mix up a lot of AE quests because I did all of them around the same time, as you could maybe guess. Like, how I did it through the playthrough was I got anything that looked interesting earlier on, and then towards the end of the playthrough, I got everything all at the same time. So, yeah, basically I mix up a lot of the AE quests that I didn't find to be nearly as interesting. But that's okay, that's okay. Alright, let's go. It should be as simple as following this river, because I know she's on a riverside, so... Shouldn't be too hard, and I shouldn't actually need to scale any mountains. I'm only scaling this one for fun, I guess. I can go down here instead. Man, Skyrim's really beautiful. I installed another bunch of mods on a bunch of other mods on like a different instance on Mod Organizer 2, and I plan on doing like another little... I thought I saw a shadow of a dragon. I plan on doing another little playthrough over there, and that's actually where I found this mod with the that uncaps the FPS. It doesn't uncap it. I keep saying uncaps the FPS. It doesn't uncap the FPS, it just caps it at 240 instead of 60, which, again, is oh so much better.
What?
Alright, I think she should be up here. There's a dragon. I don't know if it's the one I saw earlier, or if I even saw one earlier. Hello. Get over here. Elder Dragon. Well, that was fun. How close am I? Pretty close. Should be this river right here, yeah. It's funny, I always remember, whenever I did this quest in the past, which wasn't, like, recently. I mean, as I mentioned in last episode, I used to only... For some reason, I could not swing at that mud crab. I was clicking, and it was just not working. Obviously, I used to side with the vampires, as I mentioned. But I remember when I did side with the Dawn Guard, I never knew where the satchel was right here to get the Dwemer gyros. Probably pronounced gyros, but I don't care.
You haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here. Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Just look around, will you?
Isran asked me to find you.
Isran? Wants me? No, you must be mistaken. He made it exceedingly clear the last time we spoke that he had no interest in my help. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. He said some very hurtful things to me before I left. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me...
Vampires threaten all of Skyrim. We need your help.
Vampires? Really? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios that involved vampires overrunning the population. Well, what are they up to?
They have an Elder Scroll.
Well, that's actually something I never would have anticipated. Interesting. I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is probably correct in thinking it isn't good. All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what's going on so I can better defend myself. But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too useful. I need at least 1 intact dwarven gyro. So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you?
Here.
Thank you. It's not much, but this will help a great deal with some things I've been researching. Now, where is it Isran expects me to go?
We're meeting at Fort Dawnguard.
Ah, been working more on his secret hideout, has he? It'll be interesting to see how much progress he's made. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there. All right, then.
It's really funny to me that, like, coincidentally... Also, I'm gonna throw all of these Dwemer gyros in this convector because I don't want them in my inventory. It's really interesting to me that Isran just so happened to make his secret hideout at the perfect opposite end of Skyrim. Like, right here where Fort Dawnguard is, we're almost in Morrowind, actually. And I just find it really funny that he was like, okay, I need a secret hideout. Let's make it here at this fort here. And it just so happens, because he didn't know Castle Volkihar was the home of the vampires, I don't think. Just so happens it's perfectly in the opposite side of Castle Volkihar. So I always forget just how long the questline Dawnguard is until I do it, right? Because Dawnguard, like, it doesn't feel that long, but like when you think about it, think of how many things there are, right? Like, Serana should be back right now, right? I talked to Serana, and then after Serana, I have to find a moth priest, right, to read the Elder Scroll. Then I need to go to Castle Volkihar and get the Elder Scroll. I need to go into the Soul Cairn and defeat the Ideal Masters. Then afterwards I go out, right? And then
All right, Isran. You've got us all here.
And then at some point I need to go to the Forgotten Vale.
Right there.
Like, it's just dramatic, you know?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful.
I am a werewolf. I literally
So
can't
welcome to
become a
Fort
vampire.
Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Hope you're getting along with Isran. It takes some getting used
Well,
to.
based on what he just said, I don't think he's getting along with me too well. Now, funny enough, Isran has some character development here, you know? Because by the end of Dawnguard, he's not calling Serana an it anymore, so character development. Hey, Serana. How's it going?
This vampire showed up while you were away. I'm guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow.
I'm very surprised
Says
that you
it's
let
got
her in
something
here.
really important to say to you. So let's hear it.
Hey, Serana.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again.
What are you doing here?
I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience. Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me.
What about you?
The reason I was down there, and why I had the Elder Scroll. It all comes back to my father. I'm guessing you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it.
What do you mean, lost himself?
He just became absorbed. Obsessed. He was kind of sick, actually. The prophecy said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. For someone who fancied himself as vampire royalty, that's pretty seductive. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll.
Makes sense. You took a big risk coming here.
I did. But something about you makes me think I can trust you. I hope I'm not wrong.
I look extremely trustworthy. You're correct. We just have to convince the others you're on our side.
Well, let's move then. I'm nothing if not persuasive.
Hey, Isran.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
Because we're gonna need her help.
Why? Because of that story about the prophecy about some vampire trying to put the sun out?
Do you actually believe any of that?
Yes. Why else would she risk her life to come here?
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane.
I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it? You hear me? Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me. Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read it.
I've read an Elder Scroll before. Who can?
Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away, in Cyrodiil.
Some Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
Any idea how you're going to find a Moth Priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, back before you know, the College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit.
Makes sense. Alright, well. Now, we have the option.
Come to this one day.
Shut up, Isran. Ow, my knees. Yeah, now we need to go find a Moth Priest, but I think I'm going to end this episode here. Don't want it to get too long. Next episode, we're going to be finding a Moth Priest, adventuring with Serana behind us, as you can see. It's going to be a good day. So, that's it for today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like at the sub button. Otherwise, that's it. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. Adios.